So the first thing I would like to say is over here we are basically considering the levels itself. Okay, and I'll just go to the terminologies once again. That is, a support is a point from where the stock continuously bounces back above. Resistance is a point from where a stock continuously turns downside. Okay, and all these things I'll share the PDF with you, and you can just have a look at the PDF. Okay, so is Shalini here? Is this Shalini? Shalini is here. Yeah, fine. Yeah, okay. So, see that PPT that you were asking for is just the basic. I don't think it's relevant to you. Okay, however, I'll just mail it. It was not readable today, I guess. So, never mind. So, this is a PDF file. I'll share the PDF file with you. Okay. So, according to the strategy, over here, what we are going to do is we'll just switch back to the chart, the real chart. So, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, my screen is being shared right now. We'll be seeing on the Upstocks platform. Do you guys want to see on the Upstocks platform or on the Seroda platform? Which one do you want? The first best out of three answers. Majority out of three. Seroda, Upstocks, Seroda, Upstocks. Okay, the next one who answers depending on their answer. Naveen has answered twice, so that is not taken into account. So over here, Seroda, Upstocks, Seroda, Upstocks, Upstocks. Okay, Upstocks. Yeah, so I'll just go with the majority. I'll go with Upstocks. Okay, so see, same thing only. So it doesn't matter. So we'll go with Upstocks then. Okay, and so we'll go with the most moving stocks. Okay, so this strategy is applicable when you are trading in the markets, especially during the first 1 hour, during the first half an hour. Okay, and we are going to pick stocks based on the previous day. Okay, so today we'll be picking stocks for tomorrow. For trading tomorrow, we are going to pick stocks and add to our watch list today itself. That is, for tomorrow, we are preparing today night itself. Okay, and coming to picking stocks, what we are going to do over here is we are going to go to nsindia.com. We're going to nsindia.com. We are going to see over here, you see the top gainers, top losers: BPCL, IOC, Titan, Gale, Vedanta Limited. Okay, and from these three, four, five stocks, we are going to pick the top two stocks. Okay, and in the case of negative market, we are going to pick the top two stocks once again. So let's see with the positive stocks, BPCL and IOC. So I'm going to pick BPCL for right now. You can see my screen, right? Everything is fine, I guess, yeah. So I'm going to pick BPCL right now. Adding BPCL to my watch list. Okay. Now switch the charts to 15 minutes. Okay, I switched the charts to 15 minutes. Okay, when I look at the 15-minute candles, I'm not able to observe any clear resistance anywhere. Are you guys able to find any kind of resistance somewhere? Any region from where the price has been rejected? When you look at the 15-minute candles during the last one now, are you guys able to find out the price being rejected from any particular level? Can you please answer? Are you able to find any particular level from the price from where the price has been rejected? I'll just show the chart. Try to answer. Are you guys able to find any particular level from where the price has been rejected? $375. 375. How did you get the value 375, Sharath? On what basis did you get 375? Okay, so we don't find any kind of resistance over here. The price has not yet formed any kind of resistance. Okay, the price has kind of not formed any support 375. 375. Yeah, fine, cool. It's a kind of a support at 375. Okay, so this particular stock BPCL has not formed any kind of resistance right now. Okay, and in this particular scenario, we will ignore this example. We are not going to take BPCL. Now let's go. Let's move forward to the next one. Let's move forward to the next stock. That is IOC. So let's take IOC now. Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah, IOC is a kind of a good example. In this particular case, we are not getting any nearby, we are getting a nearby resistance. So can you guys answer where is the nearby resistance over here? Can you try to answer where is the nearby resistance? Where was the nearby resistance? There was an initial resistance. The price of IOC had faced a resistance earlier. It was broken. So can you guys answer where was the nearby resistance? Yeah, cool. 129. So we have observed the chart of IOC over here. Okay. And we found that there's a kind of a resistance at, there was a kind of a resistance at 129. Right. So there's a kind of a resistance at 129. So make a note. We have observed this. There was a kind of resistance at 129 during the last, what do you say? For like this resistance was active from 5-9 onwards. That is from the 5th onwards. This resistance was active. 5th it was a resistance. On 12th it was a resistance, and 16th the resistance got broken. That is 129. The level 129 got broken on today. That is 16th. Sorry, just a second. The date mentioned over here on. Yeah, no, sorry. On 13th, the level got broken. 16 is being marked. The reason is that the market will open only on 16th now, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. So 129 is the level that we are going to mark. Okay. Now let's look for the other factors. That is the first thing. We'll be switching to the 15-minute candles and we'll try to find out what is the nearby level. That is, what is the nearby support or resistance level. Okay, and in this case, in this particular scenario, since the resistance already got broken, now this particular level of 129, is it going to act as a resistance or a support? Can somebody answer? It was already broken, right? Now, what is this 129 going to act like? Yeah, great. So earlier 129 was acting as a resistance. So since 129 already broke, now the old resistance is going to act like a support. Okay, so the old resistance is going to act like a support. Now, what will happen if a support level gets broken? Can somebody answer? What will happen if a support level gets broken? Somebody answer? Yeah, come on. Yeah. If a support level is getting broken, it will act as a new resistance. But what is the first thing that is going to happen to the price? Everybody is answering it. Yeah, yeah. Okay. What will happen to the price after support? Yeah, exactly. That is what I wanted. So if a support is being broken, there is a high tendency that the price will fall down. Okay. Okay. So I hope you got that point right. Great. Fall in price. Yeah, that is the answer I was expecting here. And yeah, obviously, if a support is being broken, it need not act as a resistance, but there is a high tendency the old support will act as the new resistance. Okay. Now we are going to see the next factor. So we saw the first factor, we found the nearby resistance level as 129. That is the significant old resistance was 129. Yeah, 129.1, we'll consider it as 129 itself. And the next thing we are going to see is just keep things simpler. We are going to look at the moving average. Okay, this is the 100 period moving average. This moving average has been calculated based on the last 100 periods value, the pink line. So the pink line over here, it is indicating the price is actually, the current price is above the pink line. Yeah, I have added the 100 period moving average. Okay, this is the 100 period. Field is closed, type is simple, offset 0, color I have given purple. This is the moving average. So to add an indicator, just search indicators, add moving, select, click moving, and automatically moving average comes over here. Click on moving average, select the period as 100. Okay, select the period as 100, field as closed, type is simple, offset 0, give the color. You get your moving average and click apply, and it comes on your chart. Whichever platform you're using, Upstock, Sharekhan, Zerodha, whatever, it's the same thing. Just click on indicators, search for the indicator that you want, add the indicator. It's not closed, it's simple moving average. So that is the second thing that we are doing. We are looking where the moving average is lying. That is the price, currently the price is above the moving average. Okay, the current price is above the moving average. Okay, so we have done two checking. Out of that, the first thing to check was where is the nearby resistance. The nearby resistance is at 129 and the moving average line is the pink line. So right now the price is above the pink line. Okay, right now the price is above the pink line. So according to our strategy, at first we'll be marking the 15-minute candles. We'll be looking at the levels. That is we are looking at the nearby levels. Then the second thing that we are going to do is we are going to look what is the overall trend of that particular stock. The overall trend of the stock, we are going to see how the stock has been performing for the last 2 to 3 days. Can't share the screen and can't hear you. What about others? Can you hear me? Can others hear me right now? Yeah. Cool. Okay. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to mark the 15-minute levels of that particular stock. And the next thing we are going to do is we are going to see what has been the trend of that particular stock for the last 2 to 3 days. For the last 2 to 3 days, how the stock has been performing. That is, was the stock in an uptrend, was the stock in a downtrend, etc. So let's see how the stock IOC has been for the last 2 to 3 days. Okay, so let's see how the stock has been for the last 2 to 3 days. Let's see. So today is 13th. From 11th onwards, we are going to see, we'll see the 1 day candles. So if you see the last short-term trend, that is from last 2 3 days, the stock has been in an uptrend. And if you're looking at the last this month, if you're looking at the last 5 to 10 days, the stock has been in an uptrend. Can you see here? So can you see here what has been the trend for last 5 10 days? And the last 2 3 days as well, what has been the trend? Can anyone answer? Only I guess something is wrong with your net connectivity because it's fine for the rest. So what has been the trend for the last 4 5 days, or like last short term trend in the sense for last 1 week, what has been the trend of the stock? Upward, right? Great. So the stock has been bullish for the past 1 week, and it has been in an uptrend. Okay, so we saw that as well. Second parameter that we checked, how was the trend of the stock for the last 2 3 days? Great. Uptrend, fine. And on today, the particular day today, how was the market condition? Is there anybody, like, I'll just find out now, like, how was the market condition today? Can anyone answer? What was the market condition initially and what happened during the later phase? What was the market condition? Uptrend at last. What happened during the initial hours? What was the market condition during the initial hours? The initial low, there is something that we call that trend, right? The initial hours, sideways, something else, something more apt and suitable for the market condition initially. What do you say when your tire is punctured? Puncture tire is called, what do you call it? Flat. Yeah. Okay. So it was the market condition was flat during the initial hours. That is, it was not. It was like 0.1, 0.01, 0.02. That was the kind of percentage of today. And later during the later hours, the market moved up, and in between it was just fluctuating. Okay. So if you see the chart of this particular stock IOC, you see that the 1 day chart, the short term trend has been upwards. Okay, and we saw that there is a kind of a resistance at 129 levels by looking at the resistance level. So there is a possibility that this 129 level is going to act as a new support. Okay, now let me ask you something. Now this 129 level is going to get broken the next day. Okay, the next day in the sense on Monday, if the 129 level is going to get broken, what would you do? If it was going to come below 129, what would you do? Sharath is going to buy. Maulik is going to sell. Buy. If it goes up, buy if it goes up. Okay. And let me tell you something. We are assuming that the market conditions are positive the next day as well. That is, on this coming Monday, the market conditions are going to be positive. The stock comes down to 129. Stock is coming down to 129. The market conditions are positive. What would you do? Stock is coming down to 129. The market conditions are positive. Maulik will buy. Great. Put a bracket order. Yeah, buy or sell. Bracket order you can do for both. Buy. Yeah. Fine. Wait until it hits stop loss. Why you're thinking about loss? Think about gaining profits. Maybe depending on company, Kavirthana will buy. Okay. So see, we are a bit diverting from the topic, but this is useful for you. Okay. So over here, an ideal thing to do would be to make a buy position near the support, but make sure that you have a look at the details, that is the buy quantity and sell quantity that is happening. You have a look at the market depth. Okay, so under ideal conditions, when a support is being broken, we go for a sell position. But when we are going for a sell position, make sure that the overall number of sellers are higher than the number of buyers, and the overall market conditions are negative as well. So if the overall market conditions are negative, then it is fine that we can go for a sell position. So if the overall market conditions are positive and then we are going for a buy position, it is very risky. Sorry, if the overall market conditions are positive and then we are going for a sell position when the level is getting breached, that is very risky. And another thing that you can do is you can stay without doing anything, because we are looking forward to trade only in the direction of market. Okay. And in this particular scenario, there is nothing much we can do in this particular market condition. Okay, so the reason is that we didn't find a suitable level. We didn't get a suitable level to trade. So tomorrow, next day, if the market conditions are positive, we don't have a kind of a resistance where which after breaking which we can go for a buy position. Okay, there is no kind of resistance after breaking which we can go for a buy position. So we don't. This is not an ideal example. So let's switch to something else. So can somebody say another any other stock? We'll just work out the strategy over there. Yes, bank. Fine. See, this is how you pick stocks to trade the next day, and it's not that the first time you see a stock, it should come under the strategy. You should do some work. Okay, this was 15 minutes. Yeah, fine. This is cool. Okay, and can someone say if they find any kind of resistance over here? Can someone say if you find any kind of resistance over here? We'll see with Yes Bank. Okay, can someone over here say if you find any kind of resistance over here? Okay, I'll just show you the chart. Try to answer. Where do you find the resistance over here? Can someone answer? Just give you 1 minute time. Try to answer. And this is an ideal example for us to see. Very tough day today to predict. Yeah, it's kind of tough today. 68.75, 68, 72, nearby 69, 72. Let's see. So everybody has a different perception. It's absolutely fine. Okay, I feel that there's a kind of a resistance at the 68, 68.7. That is this level of 68.7. There is a kind of a resistance. Okay, so I'm going to mark this down first. So I have marked this level 68.7. I'm looking at the 15 minute candles. This kind of resistance is 68.7. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see how the trend has been for like last 2-3 days or 1 week, whatever. Okay. If you see the overall trend of Yes Bank, it has been in a downtrend. However, if you look closely, that is from this month, that is from like especially the September month. Can someone answer what has been the trend? What is the trend of Yes Bank, especially in this particular month of September or maybe the last 1 week? Uptrend. Naveen, come on, answer. Naveen is going to downtrend. I'm asking for the last 1 week. Yeah, I'm asking you. Now you are not the guy who wants to look at the news to see what is the trend. You should look at the chart and understand what has been the trend. See, let's show you the chart of Yes Bank. If you're looking at the trend of like last 2-3 months, is a downtrend, clear downtrend. See, from it has fell down from nearly 150 to 66. Not just last 2-3 months. From this from March onwards, it has been a clear downtrend. What I'm asking you is the trend of last 4-5 days or last from this month at least. What has been the trend from this month? Okay, but so in news they said that much more uptrend from this. Yeah, from this month or last 2-3 days, 4-5 days. Can you tell me what has been the trend? Uptrend. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So that is the second parameter that we are looking. The first parameter, I have done all these things in the PDF. First parameter, we are marking the levels based on 15-minute candles. 15-minute candles. Then the second parameter, we are finding out what is the kind of trend of the stock for the last 4-5 days or 2 to 3 days at least. What has been the overall trend? 4-5 days, it has been uptrend. Then the next condition that we are going to look is what has been the trend of this stock on the last trading day, that is today. When we are looking for Monday, what has been the trend of the stock today? What has been the trend of the stock today? Can someone answer what was the trend of the stock today? Was it bullish, bearish? Come on, answer. Was the stock? Yeah, it's bullish. Bearish. How did it become bearish, Naveen? How was the stock bearish? Naveen, bullish means the price moves up. Bearish means the price moves up. Like the price moved up today, right? Then how is it bearish? Yes, bank moved up 0.88%. That means it's bullish, right? It's bullish. Down in morning and later. Yeah, I'm just asking about what do you say? Like at the end, what was it? It was bullish. Down in see morning and all, it doesn't matter over here. I know. So what it matters is like if somebody asks yeah, if you want to explain in detail, yeah, it was down in the morning, then it moved up. The overall market was also similar. So what if we are looking at for the strategy? What we're looking is how the stock closed on that particular day. So on today, particular day today, what has happened is the stock closed bullish. That is, the stock was up. It was green. That's what we see as the green candle. Okay, so that is the third criteria that we are looking for. The first one, we are marking the 15-minute levels. The second criteria, 15-minute levels, 15-minute candles. Then we are looking at the short-term trend on one-day candles. Third thing that we are going to look at is how the stock performed that particular day. It was bullish. And the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to add the 100 period moving average. Okay, 100 period type is simple. We are adding the 100 period moving average. Has not come yet. Just a second. Type is simple. Something wrong with. Just a second. We're looking at the 100 period moving average. Right now it's being indicated by red color. Okay, so this is the 100 period moving average. Now look at the price of the stock. Okay, over here we are seeing the 15-minute candles. And look at the price of the stock. Is the price of the stock above the 100 period moving average or below the 100 period moving average? Yes, simple. Maulik, the type is simple. The price is above the 100 period moving average. That is kind of just above the 100 period moving average. And over here, we are going to consider the 100 period moving average as a strong support from where the price is going to bounce back. Okay. Now, we looked at the 15-minute candles. We mark the level 2 to 5 days, 1 to 5 days, like 2 to 3 days. We are looking at the overall trend. We are looking at the last day trend as well. Okay, that is what has been the last day performance of the stock. Was it bullish or bearish? Next thing that we are going to see is the fourth point over here. What we are going to look at is what has been like where the price is compared to the moving average. Is the price above the moving average, 100 period moving average? Is the price above the moving average or is the price below the moving average? So we are going to buy stocks that is above the moving average only. So we'll buy only when the price is above the moving average. We are going to sell only when the price is below the moving average. And if you look over here, the price is above the moving average. This red line is above the moving average. Okay. And ideally for our case, our situation is that we are planning to buy if the price breaks above 68.7. The price breaks above 68.7, we are going to go for a buy position. Our price is above the moving average. The overall trend of the stock was bullish last day, that is today. The stock has been in an uptrend for last 4-5 days. That is also valid in this particular case. And hence all the conditions are met. Okay, and all the conditions are met, and we are no need to look about super trends, nothing over here. Just don't take all these things into consideration right now. Just have a look at the levels. Okay, I'll just do with just levels. You no need to take anything else into consideration. No need of moving average, super trends, nothing. Okay, so this is a strategy that is quite applicable in the present market conditions. So we are going to go for a buy position when the price breaks 68.7. That is, we are going to go for a buy position. Now, can someone answer over here? Okay, can somebody over here answer like what target can we look for? We said that we are going to go for a buy position at 68.7. Okay, as soon as the level gets broken above 68.7, we are going to go for a buy position. Can somebody over here answer what is the target that we are going to look for? What can be a suitable target? Just see the chart. Okay, 0.5 percentage is an answer. Okay, upon you. But just see the chart and just try to tell me like, can you guess a target like in terms of price? In terms of price, can you suggest me what target that you can easily look for if the 68.7 level is being broken? Can somebody answer? Just 1 minute time. Okay, it would be really great if all of you would interact. So just try to answer. No worries. Okay, I'll just show you the chart for 1 more minute. Just observe carefully, and you should have an answer also. Like, what is the reason why you have chose the limit? So answer that as well. Like, why do you feel that the stock is going to move up till here? Please answer that as well. Why do you feel the reason why you feel the price is going to move up till here? Okay, fine. There's a kind of resistance at 16 and 16 because it was the this above the previous resistance. So let's go back. Okay. So if this level of 68.7 is being broken, and we have got many answers 69. Okay, and the next kind of resistance is somewhere near 69.5. Okay, so can you answer how much is 69 of how much percentage is 69? If you're buying at 68.7, how much percentage is 69? That is nothing else but zero point 0.3 divided by 68.7. 0.3 divided by 68.7. That is nearly uh, 0.43 percentage. Okay. So it is kind of 0.43 percentage. Yeah, that's good enough. Good enough for target. Okay. And in this particular case, can you tell me what are the kind of risks that you have to take? What are the kind of stop loss that you would have to take? Keep Plan to buy at 16. And what are the kind of stop loss that one would have to keep? Okay. For that purpose, I'm switching to 1 minute charts for keeping stop loss. Let's see with 1 minute charts. What are the kind of stop would you keep? So, can you answer what are the kind of stop you would take? Nobody. Yeah, fine. Okay, so in this case, 0.3 percentage Maulik is a good answer. The reason is that we are not kind of able to see in nearby level. That is, we are kind of not able to find out any nearby stop. A nearby stop would be somewhere below this, that is 67.2. Our entry is at 68.7, and 67.2 is like too far a stop. In the sense, the risk that we are taking is very high compared to the target that we are looking for. So since our easily achievable target is 69, that is, we can easily expect the price to move up till 69, and that 69 is a 0.43 percentage. A risk of 0.43 or lesser than that. 0.3 percentage is a great answer. So we should make sure that the risk we are taking is lesser than the target that we are looking for. Okay, and that's a good way of approaching this trade. And we have the overall market and overall trend upwards for last 4 5 days. There's a nearby resistance, and the price is above the 100 period moving average. 100 period moving average. When we look at the 15-minute candles, that means we are getting a buy signal. So if this level of 68.7 is being broken, we can go for a buy position. Sorry, 68.7 is getting broken. We can go for a buy position in Yes Bank, and we can look for a target, easy target of 69. However, we see that if 69 level is being broken, now can someone answer me? If 16, once again, if the price moves above 16, then we can expect the price to move up till at least till 69.53. And if the 69.53 level is also being broken, if the 69, see, if this level is being broken, 69 level is being broken, we can actually easily expect the price to move up till 69.5. Now this level of 69.5 is being broken. How high can we expect the price to move? Can anyone answer? If 69.5 level is being broken, can we expect an upward target? Do we have any expectations? Anyone? If 69.5 level is being broken, do you expect the how far do you expect the price to move? 71, 71.5. Let's see. Yeah, great. That's a great answer. That is, if this level is being broken, we can expect an upward move till 71 level, 71.3, 71.4 levels. You can actually expect. That's a good way of approaching. That is a really good way of approaching the markets, understanding the levels, etc. So this is the strategy that we are going to look at. That is, we are going to make an entry based on the 15-minute levels of candles for that particular day, especially during the closing hours. We're going to identify the levels for the closing hours, the resistance levels. Okay, we are going to find the resistance levels for the closing hours, and if that particular resistance level is being broken, we are going to predict what is going to be the next target. Okay, that is what at first we found 69 to be the next level from 68.7. That is also based on the 15-minute candles. We will also take into consideration what has been the trend of the stock for the previous like last 4 5 days, and the other thing is what has been the overall trend of the stock for that particular day. Okay, and we are also looking the 100 period moving average, which is going to act as a strong support or resistance for that particular stock. Okay, and what about what are the other factor? What are the most important factor that you should take into consideration? That is, while going for a buy position when the resistance level is being going to get broken. Let us assume on Monday the resistance level is going to get broken. That is 68.7 level is going to get broken. What are the other factor that you should take into consideration? Can anyone answer? What are the other most important factor that you should take into consideration? Yeah, exactly. Overall market. Okay. So even if the 68.7 level is getting broken, the resistance is getting broken, we should always take into consideration what has been the overall market condition. If the overall market condition is bullish, okay, then we can go for a buy position. But never ever trade against the market. I always stress on this. we are going to go for a buy position only if the market is bullish. Understand? And coming to the resistance, coming to the other way, that is going for a short sell position. So this strategy can apply for all the stocks. Especially, I suggest that you trade only on Nifty 50. Reason is that we have more volume to trade. Okay. So make a list of stocks. Okay, pick at least 10 stocks. Okay, randomly pick some 10 stocks. Try to apply the strategy. You won't be getting a good observation for multiple stocks. Okay, that is see, earlier we looked at BPCL, IOC and all, but we were not able to find any proper levels that we could trade on. So the things to consider is that first one, look for levels, 15-minute candle levels. Look where the moving averages. Is the price above the moving average? That means we can go for a buy position. The price is below the moving average, then we should go for a sell position. Next thing, look at the overall trend of the stock. Other thing, overall market conditions and how the stock has been performing for like last 4 or 5 days. So these are the conditions we should look at. Now coming to the support, this strategy can also be applied for short selling. All the things are vice versa. First thing, we should mark nearby support level. Okay. An example with going for a short sell is there in the PDF that I'm going to send you. We are going to mark the support level with 15-minute candles as such. We are going to see how the stock has been performing for the last 4 or 5 days or last 5 or 6 days, at least 2 or 3 days, minimum 2 or 3 days. Short-term trend. Call it as a short-term trend. We should find that the stock has been in a downtrend for a short-term period. Then we are going to see the overall market condition. If the overall market condition is overall performance of the stock. The overall performance of the stock for the last day is also negative. Then it's an ideal case. Last day, the overall conditions are negative. Now, the support is being broken. We look where we can expect the price to move. Okay, so in this particular case, if there is a gap between the support and the next support, we can go for a short position as soon as the level is getting broken. Now we should also look if the overall market conditions are negative when we are going for a short sell position. So these are the factors to look. Okay, and most important thing is that the overall market conditions are negative as well. Understand? So these are the factors that we need to consider while going for a short sell position. Okay, so may I just know if you have any doubts over here. And we're conducting the session on a Friday. The reason is that you have 2 days to do a homework. That is, you guys have a homework to work out the strategy and pick out 3 stocks where you find resistance levels and look for buy position when resistance level is being broken. And you also have an assignment to find 3 stocks where you're going to look for support levels. 3 stocks where you're going to look for support levels and you're going to go for a sell position if this support is being broken. So you should find 3 stocks and you should mark the resistance level where you plan of buying and with the target price, what stop you're going to keep. Similarly, look for 3 stocks where you're going to mark the support levels and where you're going to sell and where you're going to buy back. Okay. So in case the overall market conditions are positive on Monday, you're going to observe. Even if you're not trading, you're going to observe only on these 3 stocks. If the overall market conditions are negative, you're going to observe these 3 stocks. So you have 3 stocks in your watch list if the overall market conditions are positive, and you have 3 stocks to watch even if the overall market conditions are negative. So that was the agenda of the strategy. The advantage is that you can pick stocks the previous night itself, can prepare for the next day, stocks to watch. So that is the main advantage of this particular strategy. Okay, and this is an assignment. So you are requested to send your observations through WhatsApp, and we'll just see how you guys are observing. So based on that, we can decide like whether you can enter into live trades or not with very small quantity. So this is actually what do you say? This is a very important strategy, and I'll send you the PDF right now itself. I'll just send you the PDF. I'll share the PDF with you. So tell how to put stop loss and target. How to put stop loss. Okay, so in this particular scenario, we saw that the target that we were looking for was 0.43 percentage, right? So in that particular case, the maximum risk that you can take is either 0.43 or lesser than that. So that is one particular reason why Maulik said 0.3 percentage. So that is a good way. That is a good approach to keep your stop loss. That is, you can consider your stop loss to be lesser than your target percentage. And this strategy you can actually trade during the first 15 minutes of the markets also. That is, during the opening market hours also you can trade on. And the reason is that the strategy is having very good accuracy, and your target will be achieved easily. So you can kind of trade during the first 15 minutes of the market hours as well. And how to put stop loss and target, I'll send you a video on order types. Yeah, I guess I have already sent you. And another way of keeping stop loss is that, see, suppose this is a support level, okay, and if the price is being broken, that is, I go for a sell position, right? So one another way of keeping a stop loss is that I know that this all support. Oops, yeah, not sharing the screen. No, I got order type video. Yeah, I'll clear all the doubts. Certain how to stop loss and target. One way of keeping stop loss is you can, if you're looking for a target of 0.5 percentage, by default you can keep a stop loss of 0.3 or 0.4 percentage maximum, zero point 0.4. Okay, if you are a person who's willing to take more risk, keep 0.5 percentage. Okay, and this strategy you can actually look for even 0.75 percentage target. 0.75 percentage target is also possible. However, I suggest you to stick on to 0.5 percentage target and 0.3 percentage or 0.4 percentage risk maximum. Present market conditions are extremely volatile, so zero point 0.4 is what I suggest. Okay, that is one way. The other way is that if this is the level, that is, if this is the support level, and we go for a short sell position over here. Now we know that the old support is going to act as the new resistance, right? So you can keep your stop loss somewhere, adjust somewhere bit above the old support. You can keep your new stop loss. Okay, because we know that if this level is once again going to be broken, there's a tendency that the price is going to move upward further. So you can keep a stop loss a bit above the old support where you made an entry. Okay, and the next doubt is, so how calculate upstocks brokerage charge and STK charges? Yeah, for that purpose, one thing you can do is there is this website called, just Google brokerage calculator. If you are using upstocks, just Google brokerage calculator upstocks. Click on this. You'll get different things. If you're planning to trade on Yes Bank, okay, I'm planning to trade on Yes Bank. My buy price is 68.7. My sell price is 69. Let us assume I'm going to trade 10,000 quantity. Okay. So over here, all the charges have been displayed. That is, the break even is 0.04. That is, I should make at least 0.05 rupees per share to be profitable. Over here, the change is nearly of 0.3. That is 30 paise. That is, I have made my break even much earlier. Okay. So you can calculate this way, brokerage calculator. This is one way of calculating brokerage. What is trigger and limit? See, trigger is where you push the price. That is where the order gets pushed to the market. Sharad, have you seen the video I have sent you? Yeah, order type which you sent was in webinar option. It would be good if it is in video. Yeah, definitely. One thing I'll do, I'll actually send you guys a different set of video for order types, where there is a live trade example. If you're confused, no worries on that. Okay, so this is not the right time to worry about order types and all. Like, this is the time when you should get the strategy right. Okay, so we'll be having a live session on order types. Okay, none of you have had a live session on order types, right? Is there anybody over here who has had a live session on order types? So meanwhile, I'll send you the some recorded video of order types video, and I'll also send you a live trade where or this OCO order has been used. So you'll get some clarity, and we will also have a live session on order types. So order types is important only after we start the strategies. Okay, so this is the first strategy, and I would request you to observe the markets using the strategy that I have trained right now. Okay, so using this particular strategy, please observe the markets. That is, find three stocks that you mark resistance levels. Okay, and three stocks that you mark support levels. So based on these three stocks that you're going to observe during these 2 days, you are going to analyze the market from this Monday. For this particular Monday, you'll be observing the market based on these three stocks. For all the six stocks that you're going to pick, you're also going to watch if there is any particular news associated with that particular stock happening. So from Monday, can we do trade? If you want, you can trade with like one stock or one quantity or something. But I feel that, Maulik, I feel that you should just observe for the coming 1 week because markets are extremely volatile as well. So I suggest that you observe. See, there's a lot of time to trade. So once you get the strategy right, it is kind of very easy. Name of the strategy. Okay. See, we have named the strategy as golden strategy. Okay. So may I know how many strategy sessions are yet to go? See, depending on the market conditions we have, see, there are many strategies, there are many indicators. But depending on the market conditions, these things change. Okay, so this strategy is actually kind of giving nearly 70% accuracy under the present market conditions. That is, if you're performing 10 trades, you'll be getting 7 trades right. Okay, and there is nothing much else you want. You just have a go through some other points that I have mentioned. I have also mentioned some points to note, as well as I have mentioned some examples where we have marked trend lines with this particular strategy. That will come only with practice. We have like two sessions. We will be having 2 sessions per week. From this week onwards, we'll be having 2 sessions per week. Okay. So I have marked levels for the same strategy. Okay. So you can have a look at this. You can refer this. Yeah, you'll be added tonight. And there are some notes that you should look before entering. Yeah, there is some notes that you should observe before getting into the trades. Okay. So with that, we'll wind up the session for the day. And thank you. So start observing, start marking levels, and update me. Update me through WhatsApp. Okay. So thank you. I guess things are clear right now. So is there any other doubt you guys have? No. Yeah. Yeah, you'll be added to the group tonight. No worries. So thank you. So have a great weekend. Meanwhile, observe the charts using this strategy. How to calculate target. So that is what we talk right now, right? See, we saw the nearby resistance. So based on that, we have calculated the target. Another way is you can keep a 0.5 percentage target. I have mentioned that as well. Target will be next higher support or resistance. So 0.5 to 1 percentage of share price. Easier thing, just look for a 0.5 percentage target. If you find a nearby resistance, keep that as the target. Yeah, as I missed the earlier part, no worries. Now itself I'll share the PDF, no worries on that. Okay, so with that, we'll wind up the session for the day. Thank you. Okay, and we'll be having our next session on this coming Tuesday. This coming Tuesday, we'll be having the next session. Okay, so thank you guys. So thank you for attending. Have a great weekend. So meanwhile, just have observation of the stocks using this particular strategy. Thank you. So I'm just winding up the session. So good night.